Good morning, my friends. This is Waymaker. We're gonna go to church right now. If you're seeing my songs, the music that I'm playing, and yeah, you're not into the church music, don't watch this one. But if you're into it, watch this one. That's my content warning. There are people, lots of people who have religious trauma, and that is real and legit. So if you can't handle it, no worries. I'll share something else at another time, maybe later today, maybe in 30 minutes, that you might like. But right now it's Waymaker, a Jesus song. You are here, moving in our midst. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, moving in this place. I worship you, I worship you. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. I want to do that again, but it's telling me to go straight to the chorus. Okay. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. This is a different version than I'm used to. This is what I found online. Hold on. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop, you never stop working. You never stop, you never stop working. Oh, you are Waymaker. Oh, and this is what happens when you improvise and you don't really have a plan. But your cat's on the bed on your laundry and everything is fine. It's also what happens when you don't warm up, because I didn't warm up. Waymaker, Waymaker, is who you are. Oh, that is who you are. That is who you are. Maybe this makes a better brooch than a barrette. It is too heavy. It was falling off my head. Funny story. A convention I sang at a few years back. I was on stage and like, you know, I had like the, why can't I think of the word? You know, you use them on stage, like the in-ears and the little thingy on my pocket. And let me just tell you, I don't think those things are made for somebody like me. It's probably just like, I think I just needed it like duct taped to me. I needed the whole getup like duct taped to my body. Maybe just like throw some saran wrap around me like I'm a mummy, a plastic mummy or something, because I was jumping and singing and it just like like fell off my body. And I was like, you know what, this shit isn't meant for me. But I probably just needed duct tape. I think I was singing In the River that day. There is a river. That one. Okay, real talk. Isn't this a pretty mug? It's so pretty. How about some heavy shit first? A little bit of heavy shit. I'm a white girl. I have privilege. I don't even like prefacing it like that. Let me start over. Rewind. Real talk. I'm wearing my Navajo earrings. There are many people who are Native who are persecuted, attacked, murdered, killed, taken advantage of, and there was recently a teenage girl, Native American girl in Arizona, who was murdered, and her body. Content warning. This is content warning. This is very graphic. So I'm not going to get graphic. Anyway, her body was found. That's all I'm going to say. You can research it. It was in Arizona. It's where I live. Vulnerable people have always been like under attack, you know, because of people who want to abuse power, because those people need to feel powerful. But I'm wearing these earrings in honor of Indigenous people throughout the world, and specifically Natives and Native American women and Native American girls in Arizona. That's why I'm wearing that today. These today. Also, I'm drinking bone broth because it has so much protein. And I feel like I want to say, for those watching and listening who need to hear this, whoever you are, I'm not in a competition. Maybe for a while years ago, I felt like I was competing, but I dropped out of that race and it's not for me. And I'm not here to compete. And if we have ever misunderstood each other, disagreed, or if there's been a power struggle, I'm sorry. I love you. I hope you can forgive me. I wish you the very best. And wouldn't it be great if we can all come together and stand up for what's right and use our voices for collective love, liberation, joy. I just wanted to say that. When I was little, I tried out a bunch of sports, and that was really funny with a neurodivergent ADHD child such as me, because like, I really love soccer, but it has all the sports with so many rules. I can't do it. I just can't. My brain's like, nope, can't listen. I'm not gonna do it. It's also why sometimes I struggle with dance, because there's just too many fucking steps. But anyway, I was in soccer, and like I would literally do cartwheels on the field when we were supposed to be playing. Like I just could not pay attention. But I do remember that when I was 8 and 9, we were the hot shots, and our jerseys were hot pink, and I got to wear Converse, and that was fun. Yeah, then I was in basketball, and I wasn't terrible at it. And there was this lovely local Native American woman who called me Little Bird. So I was always like, you know, both hands. I generally like sports with running more than other sports, so volleyball was not my friend. It was like, this is way too much standing. What else did I try? I tried tap as a child. Wish I would have stuck with that. Really, I wish it was flamenco. I did a bunch of ballet. tried modern dance, but there were some mean girls in there. So I quit the class. I was like, I don't like mean girls. Plus I was feeling very insecure at the time. I was like 12, a very vulnerable time of my life. But yeah, I'm talking about this in the context of competition. If I'm competing against myself. Maybe that's weird, but I was a long distance runner. So I got into cross country and I wasn't half bad. I quit right before high school. I did it like 5th through 8th grade. So not a ton of time, but I wasn't half bad. And yeah, I like challenging myself. I think so. I think if anyone is like, I'm competing against anyone, it's me. That sounds weird. Hope it doesn't sound narcissistic, but maybe if you're an athlete, you can understand it in terms of like, I don't know, sports, athleticism. Yeah. I never, when I was younger, you know, I didn't think that highly of myself. Well, for most of my life, I haven't really. Now I do. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I'm in therapy. But in cross country, what was I saying? Oh my God, what was I saying? In cross country, oh yeah, I went to the National Junior Olympics. That's what I did. I did that. And it was a bunch of girls, like so many. I don't know, 200 or 300 maybe. And honestly, I don't remember what place I came in because it wasn't like that impressive. But one of my best friends at the time, she came in like real close to the front. And I just remember that I held my own and I wasn't half bad. I wasn't half bad, you know? So as far as competition goes, I was a distance runner and a long jumper and a 4x4 person and an 800. I like the 800. It would have been nice to be good at the, what are they? You know, you jump over them. Obviously, I didn't do it because I would just like trip. I would trip on them. Like, I was like, this isn't my thing. I could have maybe been the, you know, where you jump backwards, that thing, but I didn't get into it. Quit right before high school because that's when I moved down here. And I was like, I am not going from running by the Verde River, like the beautiful river with all of these beautiful, like, cottonwood trees and groves and natural water and mud and grass to running in like 110, 115 degree heat on concrete around a circle. I was like, this is not happening. I'm done. So that's when I stopped. And these days, I can't really run much, but sometimes I'm inclined to do a little jogging, but not much at all. I have to be careful. So I feel like there were other things I'm going to say. Maybe this is just going to be a long video. This is going to be a really long video. So if you're like, this is long, Jenny, I'm going to be back. It's fine. You can pause it. You can come back. We're at almost 14 minutes. It's the most I've ever talked in a video in my life. Maybe. Why do I like the song Waymaker? I think it's a decent song. Probably also like it because I used to sing it in my favorite band. A few years back, when I officially became a single mom, Robert was 4, Donnie was almost 2. 2 months before COVID started, that's when I became a single mom officially. The next year, 1 year later, I was divorced. But during that time, I was singing in this band at my church, and it was the safest place. Not the church, but the band. The band was the safest place. Ike Ndolo, who is a dear friend of mine who I've known since I was a child. He was in charge of it all, and Ike knows this, and I've told him for this, but I like to thank him again. Thank you, Ike. Without him, I would have, I don't know what would happen. I don't know where I would be today, but he was, I don't know, maybe my greatest support as like my brother and friend and fellow artist. And he ran the band at church, and I can tell you that just about everybody else in the choir and the band at church felt what I felt, where it was just the safest space. It was like a cocoon of safety, authenticity, and creativity, and it was wonderful. So I really loved singing with Ike. And Ike, it looks like you're creating something similar where you are now in Texas, and that brings my heart joy. I also got to sing, we were all in the same band. It was Ike, Benjamin Cortez, Zoran McGuire, Kemi Ndolo, James Salas, and then one of the best, I would say he's one of the best audio engineers, sound engineers in the Valley, is Jeremy. He's now at St. Thomas More. And it was just such a wonderful time. I felt so safe. I felt so supported. The consistency of that support system, especially during COVID, was so helpful for me. And then I was on the live streaming team. I don't know why that felt difficult to say. But we live streamed the services, and yeah, I knew that kind of situation couldn't last forever because it was so good, because even good things don't last forever. Even good things change. It doesn't mean they end, but they evolve. And I knew that it was such an amazing environment. I was like, this is not going to last forever. Because I've been in so many different choirs and so many different, kind of ensembles in a few different states, more than a few different states at this time in my life. And I knew how special it was. And it really was a special, beautiful music ministry group. And I am stronger, more courageous, and I think more supported because I was a part of that group. So that's why I wanted to sing that song this morning. It was a really tough time in my life from 2020 to 2021, and I've grown a lot. And I just so appreciated the consistency of my literal band of brothers at that time. And I think back on it with love and gratitude. And I hope all of you are doing well. James Salas, Kemi Ndolo, Ike Ndolo, Zoran McGuire. Zoran, you have to call me. When are we working again? And Benjamin Cortez. So 20 minutes. We're almost at 20 minutes. All right, I'm done. Maybe. I might be done. You want to say something? Come here. Oh, Reese says she loves you. Yes, Reese says, have a good day. And she says, I don't want to be held. Reese says, peace out. Bye.